Okay, so let's talk. Let's postmortem and
Yep.
start the plan for the next. Um, did have you received any other feedback other than the emails and testimonials that we got so far?
I probably have. I probably haven't shared all of them with you. Um, but I think I've shared the ones that are like the most impactful, but I mean, all the feedback has been good. I haven't gotten any downside negative at all. So,
Okay, fantastic. I would appreciate all of it because we'll all go into the analysis, right? The sentiment analysis that I'm doing of the event, right? Um, so yeah, that'd be great.
okay. I'll look through. I know I've sent everything to like the team. I know David's like, I always enjoy all your events, but this one was the best. I don't know if I sent that one to you. Um, Jenny's I sent to you. There might have been some more comments from Paul because I've just had lots of more conversations with Paul this week about other things, but he might have like mentioned some things. So I'll look through.
So from where you sit, what made what made it successful?
I mean, I think people appreciated that like you came down to their level. Like you would help them, you'd get next to them on their computer. Like it felt very hand-holdy, I would say. I think people appreciated that because they it made them feel not alone. And so there was, a lot of the testimonials that I did see already was just like, you know, Atiba helped me or um just I don't know. That would be just my first gut answer is that it was a handheld experience.
It's interesting because that's the one thing that at scale is easiest to lose, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, and so I kind of I somewhat I don't know if you even noticed, but I changed the model a little bit um halfway through day one. Because halfway through day one, I realized we were starting to get the uh-huh answer from people where it's like, okay, who's done this? Who's here? And uh-huh, and they weren't. And people were starting to get left halfway through day one just because they weren't willing to say, I'm not there yet. And so half one of the things I did was I changed the question I asked. I said, who hasn't done this yet?
Mm-hmm.
Versus is everyone here yet?
Yeah.
Um, that's the biggest issue in these events is like adults just aren't willing to say I didn't do it or I'm stuck. So do they have the same experience if we have people on the floor who can help them?
I think so.
And so we can decouple the handheld experience from it needing to be my hand doing the holding.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it was the fact that it was your hand. I think it was just a hand.
Okay. So that needs to stay on the table. Something to solve. Anything else made it successful in your from your vantage point?
I mean, I guess the oof, uh
Yes, flies in hotel rooms are the worst.
seriously. Um there was a real sense of accomplishment. Especially obviously at the end of day two. Um, I that's the magic that we want them to get. So I don't know that that really answers the question because it was all the things leading up to that, but like everybody felt accomplished at the end. Like they felt like, shit, I can do this. I mean, we've had people talk about they went back to their hotel room and
Yeah,
started building their own shit, like they uh
yeah.
there was a true sense of I have learned this, I can do this. And so I think that's what obviously leads to like the positive feedback and the positive vibes. So I'm not really sure that's a thing, but it was
No, it is
really
a thing.
nice, obviously, to see people have such a strong "I did it, I can do it" sense of accomplishment.
And the thing that got them there, surprisingly for me at least, um, was the labels. Because what I noticed in that time of the labels, there were a couple of people who had issues with the labels, and we had to help them, handhold. But while I'm handholding those people, I'm looking up and seeing others creating their labels and editing the layout of their labels. So they'd figure out, we hadn't even talked about how to edit the layout, and they had figured it out, right?
Yeah.
Um, the funniest one was I am horrible with names. He sat in the middle, tall guy,
In the back row or second row?
middle, no, middle row. He's at middle.
Mm.
He's the one who had the questions about RX Growth Hub. He's also the one that sent in the message to Russ that it seems like it's the same content every day.
That was Paul. So that wasn't the same. That wasn't,
Okay, so maybe it wasn't.
yeah.
Maybe I thought it was him and it wasn't him. Um, tall white guy. That didn't help much.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for that. That so helps. Because I remember in the middle, it was Chuck, then Dave, and I'm blanking on who was sitting next to Dave in the middle.
It was okay. Chuck and Dave were on the end, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then there was a female and then
Uh-huh.
him.
Yeah.
And I think they were in the same pharmacy.
I'm completely blanking. I don't know.
If we pull up the picture, I can tell you who it was, but I can point him out. But either way, I'm there helping, I think, Jenny,
Yeah.
Jen on the end, right? And he's so excited about his labels. And he was the first one. I didn't even realize what he was trying to show me. I'm there, I'm at her computer with her, and he comes and he takes his computer and puts it in front of hers. And like, look what I did. Like, dude, you see us working here on this machine? And he's long. So he doesn't even get up. He's like stretching.
That's funny.
He was the first one, but then I started noticing it again. It was like they built the label, they liked the label, and then they're editing how the label looks, where the logo is, what it's, and I'm like, okay, y'all are picking up what we're putting down.
Yeah. Yeah. So Obviously the plugin made it a whole lot easier.
A hell of a lot easier.
Yeah. So obviously that was a win, but I think we already knew that was a win.
It made it a hell of a lot easier. Um, even the fact that, which I think we kind of played off, that once you start using the plugin at scale with multiple people, you started to see the different nuances. And then I was able to go in and fix the nuances and get them a new plugin. And they, by day two, were confidently able to just go get the plugin and install it themselves. It's almost like we need to build that in as a deliberate thing of, and because that helped them feel really confident. Oh, yeah, I remember how to do this.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. Because being able to say in your head, "Oh, I know how to do that," like it gives you that self-confidence, even if it's installing a plugin. Like they started to be like, "Oh yeah, I don't have to ask how to do that. I know how to do that." Even Paul, like Paul knew how to like install the plugin. Like I was like, "Good job, Paul." Like because I would say Paul, along with probably Jenny, were probably like the least two like technology abled people. And that started that second day when Paul's like, "Nope, I got it installed." And I was like, "Good job, Paul." Like, I'm fucking impressed.
Yeah. There was a little bit of psychology in the plugin is the hardest technical thing that we're going to do. Now, it wasn't where we had problems. We had other problems in other areas, but it was the hardest technical thing that we did.
Right.
And it's trivial.
Yeah. I think the building of the brain went well. Everybody seemed to do that. I don't think
Went way
anybody
better than I thought it
missed
would.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. It went way smoother than I thought it would. And they took to it a lot better than I anticipated that they would. Um,
Yeah, because I thought there might be a few that just push back that's like, okay, I talked for 10 minutes about my pharmacy, I'm done. Like, let's move on. Like I thought there'd be a few people that would kind of have that attitude.
the only pushback that I got was um, the girls in the pharmacy in Florida,
Hmm.
not the dark-haired one, the other one. She comes up to me and she says, I mean, can I just do all of this in chat? Like, why do I need to do any of this?
Mm.
Right? Um, to which I explained it to her. And then I went to her the next day and I was like, so, are you still feeling resistance? She said, no, it wasn't resistance. I just didn't understand, but now I understand.
Mm.
Yeah, they were the ones that I was the most, I use the word concerned about in the room and
Yeah.
just how much were they bought in? Um,
Yeah, because they were just sent by Dan. Dan was my old mentor. He was the old owner of PDS. And they are his employees. And he was out of the country getting married for the fourth or fifth time, whatever it is.
Good for
And
him.
so he sent them. And so yeah, I was probably most concerned about them because um they're true employees that were just like, here, go to this class, kind of thing. But they seemed okay. They seemed to come, my fears weren't
Uh,
realized.
I ran into them for breakfast on Monday. Um, and it was clear by Monday that they were over the moon excited.
Very cool.
Um, yeah, which it was one of those moments. Like I saw them come into the restaurant for breakfast. They didn't see because I was sitting in the corner hiding. They didn't see me at all. And I said, all right, let me just go say hi. And I just went over to say hi. And they were just like, they just lit up and it was just like, oh my gosh, it was so great. It was so, I was like, okay, all right, thanks, Al. Enjoy your breakfast.
Perfect.
And they do want to do testimonials. So,
Okay. Yeah, I can send them video ask. If there's specific prompts like, that you used for all the others, if you want them to be similar, or I can just come up with them or whatever.
yeah, the arc is pretty simple. And so I meant to send this to you yesterday and I totally spaced on it. But the arc is simple. It's, um, and it's either where were you before you came or what did you expect? Just based on the person that I'm talking to. And so because it's a video ask, I'd probably go with what do you expect? Um, actually, no. Where were you? What was your experience? Um, what was the biggest aha, right? And then the third question, okay, um, becomes what are you looking forward to creating now?
Okay.
Huh. I just had a bird show up and attempt to eat my beef.
Oh, wow. Where's the beef?
In its beak. Overall, AV was great. I mean, we had the battery issue day one, but I mean that happens.
Yeah. Next time, he's gonna set it up, and I didn't even think to, I just didn't think. He's gonna set up to where he's recording the direct feed from your computer, instead of, the camera. Now that we've gone through it, he's already told me a couple things that he would do different the next time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. That'll be good. Yeah, that'll be better for the post at least. That'll be better. Um, I thought the breaks worked out really well in terms of the timing and the content. I don't feel that we ever got to that place where their eyes glazed because it was too much and they needed.
yeah, yeah.
Um, we ended on time.
Yep.
We started on time. Um, we do need to change the beforehand instructions. Um, and so there were a couple of things that we learned. Number one, I appreciated all the people who realized they had old computers and bought new machines. However, new machines create a whole new set of problems
Mm,
because you like what's her name? Jen, I think, um, didn't have a PDF writer on her machine.
Oh,
And so when it's trying to create stuff for her, it's struggling. She goes in and installs a PDF writer, and all of a sudden she's like whizzing through and creating crap in her hotel room. Who knew?
yeah.
Um, so we had the new computer issue. Um, we had them install and make sure that they were signed in to the Claude desktop. The challenge is on PCs. The first time you go into Cowork and attempt to do anything, you have to turn on virtualization. And turning on virtualization causes it takes about 5 minutes and then it causes the computer to restart.
Okay.
Then we also have those instructions that I sent you that fixes the problem that some of them had. We need
Mm-hmm.
them to do to make sure that that's done, assuming Anthropic doesn't fix that issue by October, which
Right, right.
hopefully they will. And the thing with that issue is it's not every Windows computer, it's only certain computers running certain editions of Windows.
Mm. Do we need to tell them to update the windows, or does that just cause more problems?
No, because it doesn't matter if they update the Windows or not. It still will cause the problem. It's easier to just have them go in and click the two buttons or make sure that the two are clicked.
Got it. Okay.
Because Windows doesn't automatically turn that on for you.
Okay.
At least not on the home edition. So you have certain home editions that do, and the pro edition that blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we just need to save those instructions. Um, the other thing that I learned, and I don't know how to get around, and so we need to research how to get around, is a bunch of the people who had issues with the skills install the way we were doing it were on a Mac because the Mac doesn't allow Claude to access through the chat prompt the ability to edit the skills files.
Oh.
So there are two levels. There's the project level, and then there's basically the Claude Cowork level, right? So if you can edit at the Claude Cowork level, it means the skill will work anywhere in Cowork. If you do it at a project level, then the skill will only work in the project.
Mm.
And so the Max allowed you to edit the project level, but not the Cowork level.
Okay.
And that's what they all kept running into. Right. And I mean, I don't know Mac well enough and I couldn't solve that on the spot. Obviously, there has to be a solution for it. So just got to figure that piece out. And the reality is, for them, doing it at the project level is fine. Okay, so what? You can only create labels in the doctor detailing project. Well, that's where you'll be doing labels anyway. So it was okay, but it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Um, the boys, and I don't know why because I haven't talked to them, they did miss like three people in the room who did not have Claude desktop downloaded.
Mm.
And I don't know if that's because the Claude on the web looks just like desktop, And so they just showed them a web browser and they said, I'm logged in. And they said, oh, okay. And they didn't take the time to actually note the difference. I don't know what happened there.
You think,
I mean, obviously we overcame it. It wasn't a huge deal, but
right? Yeah, but if we're gonna scale or have more people,
it is a
that
huge deal.
little thing becomes bigger. So I think just in the initial instructions when we're explaining to download desktop, I can have better explain like not just on your web browser. Like I can give a little more detail.
So okay. The two people that I can tell you for sure that didn't download it were one, girls from Florida, the dark hair color girl,
Really?
and
Dude, I fucking talked to her like 5 times that week. I didn't know she didn't have it.
so she was one. And then back row, second person in, um, two there
But
was it was
Andrew?
no two women.
Oh,
Um, she turned out to be my friend at the end. Um,
yeah.
but both neither one of them realized they needed to download Claude Desktop,
Okay.
which to me says so you didn't read the instructions at all.
Yeah. I mean, we were I thought we were pretty thorough, but we could probably be a little more, not this, but this.
Yes, and the um, the reality of making them all go into cowork, click on the cowork tab, and physically do something in cowork before they arrive will also
Ah, okay.
ensure, because it's the only way you can get, unless, of course, between now and October, Claude changes everything. It's the only way that you can get there, right? Um, Something I've done for my event next week, and so I'll let you know if it worked or not, is I've had every participant respond that they did the instructions.
Ah,
So we'll see if that holds true
yeah. Yeah.
once we
Yeah,
get
right. Yeah, well,
there.
motherfucking liars.
Right? Yeah. Um, so yeah, so just closing that feedback loop. Um, this event at the size it was okay, but I do think having whether it's I don't know that we need to go all the way to the expense of an app, but even at 50 people, a WhatsApp group, um, some unified way to communicate. Um, we extended a break by 10 minutes. I mean, with that small group in that space, it was easy to just yell that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, we already have access to event apps because we contract with Cvent for the summit. So like we have like the contracts for the whole year.
Oh,
So
okay.
so we could create an event app, um, I think fairly easy, like low effort.
Okay. Then that'd be great. Um, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great for communication.
And if I know not everybody's necessarily on WhatsApp or whatnot, but there's
Yeah.
a Remind is another good app that you can create free groups on there. Like that's what like my kids' schools and like sports teams use. And so it pushes notifications, doesn't cost anything. So I'm like, there's a way to solve for that in some
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Whatever it is, then is great.
Yeah, as long as we just know we need to have it, then we can solve for that. So yeah. Because yeah, you're right. If we had like 50 people, it would have been different logistically.
Yeah. So let's talk about the venue then. Because truthfully, the way we had that laid out, maybe you could double the number of people,
Yeah. I think we could. I think we could.
but is doubling what we want, or is it tripling,
Um,
quadrupling?
I mean, tripling would be fucking awesome.
So, I mean, that's not a question for today, but that is the question is
Yeah.
how do you triple? Um, oh, the bird is back. I guess we have to leave. Um, Honestly, I thought the hotel event staff did a great job.
People raved about it. They're like, man, this is a great location. This is a great place. Like they were overly enthusiastic. I don't know. I don't know if that I've ever reacted to a space like in an event that I've been to quite like that, but people are like, man, this is great. And I was like, okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
What was great about it for them? Do you know?
Uh, they're they're like, man, I've never had this good of food at an event. I I don't know. They're just like, it's really nice. Like so I obviously it's personal from people's like experience and stuff, but I guess maybe I've just gotten used to fucking hotel events. Like seemed normal to me, but apparently it was wow to some people.
Yes, the food did not blow me away,
Yeah,
by any stretch. Um, the staff did though. I enjoyed the staff.
yeah.
What I do think is great about that event space, and I don't think I appreciated it until Monday when I sat and watched another event in the space.
Mm,
Um, is and y'all did it was the use of the balcony and the ability to just go outside and have that change of scenery
hmm.
and reconnection with the world and nature
Yeah.
and eat, which
Yep.
obviously in October we'll have a lot less of. But um, yeah, I don't think I during the event appreciated how much having that outdoor space attributed to the well-being of the people in the room.
Yeah, because I think everybody went out there at some point. Like at some point, I think almost everybody had gone out there during the day.
Yeah. So from that point of view, yes, I completely agree. And even if we ended up having to move downstairs, you still have access to upstairs.
Hmm.
Um, okay. I don't know if this is possible. I know you've thrown anecdotal numbers in the past,
Hmm.
but I would love if we could actually quantify how many people were interested that didn't come because of weekend issues.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to quantify that. I mean, I've probably have already, well, not probably, I've already deleted those emails and like moved on, but there were quite a lot. So, um, I think we could right now, as soon as we finalize the date, um, I mean, we could start pre-selling, pre-reserving, whatever, spots. But yeah, I don't know how I would go back and quantify that because there was text messages, instant messenger, emails, pretty much the three ways that people like message me.
So for the next one, I'd love for us to be able to capture that for analysis after. Um, how even if it's just screenshots of stuff and that just get dumped into a folder. Um,
Yeah, like I know Joe McCamey, because he always instant messages me. I think it was on like Saturday morning or Friday night. I can't remember. He's like, man, I'm having serious FOMO. I want to be there so bad, but I got to go to this damn wedding. Like or it was a vacation or it was something. And he's like, man, I'm thinking of you and I feel like I'm missing out.
and you should send him, we should send him the testimonial with what's his name, who said it was $100,000 worth of value.
Yeah. Oh, he knows it. Like he just is like I think his was a family vacation. They had a booked family vacation.
Yeah, you can't miss that.
Yeah.
Um, okay. From a financial point of view, how did you do?
Terrible, but that's okay. I need to pay you something because I'm going to pay you something. Um it was a little bit, well, not a little bit. It was all my fault because when I was booking the food and beverage, um I'm so used to booking and seeing the prices of the food and beverage for the 2-day summit event that it totally did not cross my mind that the numbers they were giving me were each day food and beverage. So the food and beverage came in double what I thought it would, and I was freaking out. I was like, "What the hell?" And then I was like, "Oh my God, like I'm so used to working with hotels on the summit that
Give you the
my
total number.
my brain just automatically thought that, and I totally missed that it was per day. So that's just totally my fault. I just completely missed that. Because otherwise I could have modified the food and beverage. Because at first I was like, oh, okay, I can do that for food and beverage. Like that's fine. Let's sign up for that. And I just totally missed that it was each day. Um, so
Okay. So, can you get me a list of expenses?
yeah, uh-huh. I mean, we took in 21,000. There's obviously some credit card expenses. Food and beverage and room rentals was like 19 grand. And then I mean, I'm not too worried about like headphone expenses or things like that, but I don't know Chris's amount yet. So I mean, basically broke even. I mean, what it basically comes out to. But I still plan on paying you, so I just need to know how much money you want. Um, 5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, whatever you want. Like I'll just pay you. And
Uh, $1 million.
yeah, exactly. Um uh
I mean, we took a bath, so whatever you can, it's fine.
and the way that I look at it, it was obviously a first time kind of experiment. Um uh made mistakes on calculating food and beverage. Uh, some of it was in fulfillment of what we promised. So obviously, if we have another room with the same number of people, the revenue is gonna basically automatically be double because there was a bunch of people there that were free from the upgrade. So it's like, we were getting paid from the upgrade. So it's like, it's good. It's fine. And so the next one should automatically be much more profitable because you're not going to have all those free seats. So
Was it smart for us to do the free seats?
I think so. I think so
I think
because
so.
it's locked people into that higher level that is going to be really hard to leave when they're used to us doing shit for them.
I agree. Um, I agree. I agree. Um, the other downside that it created was there were only truly three buying units in the room. So there were six non um, unlimited members. However, looking at who they were, there were three of them that I disqualified that weren't going to buy no matter what. Jason, for example,
Yeah.
right?
Well, Jason is not the owner, so he's just their IT person. Um, I forget what pharmacy he's at. I might be able to reach out to the owner. I can't, I'm drawing a complete blank, but he wouldn't be, he's not a buyer decision or decision maker anyways. So,
And so that's the other thing that we have to analyze is, are we getting the buyer decision maker in the room?
yeah, I think except for the girls, Jason, um, Dave Miller kind of half, so he owns the pharmacy with Logan. So he already had Logan reach out to me about upgrading to unlimited, so they're partners, so they don't make any decisions on their own, but they're each one half of the decision. I think besides that, everybody else was like the sole owner.
Okay. That needs to be a focus for us, making sure we get the decision maker in the room.
Yeah.
And that could come down to the messaging for the next one in terms of um, making sure we're anchoring in the reality of this is not a tech summit, right? So
Yeah.
don't decide not to come because you think I'm not a techie.
Right, right. Uh, trying to think. I'll have to look at the list. I don't remember who was already not unlimited, but I think there were six or seven.
Okay.
I don't remember.
All right, we got like 5 minutes left, and
Okay.
I actually have 5 minutes left. Um, some stupid reason this hotel has a 10 o'clock checkout time. Like, who does that?
10 o'clock checkout time? That's weird.
Right. And so when I call for a late checkout, they're like, oh, we can extend you to 11. I'm like, 11? What the hell are you
I
talking
know.
about?
Or like that's normal. 11's normal.
Okay, so last we talked about October 29th, 30th, the
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday. My question to you is, are pharmacy owners going to be willing to be away from their pharmacy for 2.5 days in the
Yeah,
week?
so it's, obviously I've put on quite a few 2-day events. And the
Yeah.
summit, I move around from weekdays to weekends to, different things. There's a couple things. So we could tap into more Jewish people if we don't have it on a Saturday. And there's a lot of Jewish people in pharmacy. So that's one benefit for not having it on a Saturday. The people that are, this is the thing, especially for higher ticket stuff that I've realized that if you have it on a weekday, you're going to naturally attract the people that are, I'll just say higher income, but more discretionary money. Because the ones that will come are the ones that are have staff to cover them on the weekdays. When I have weekend events, those people that have people to cover them, they don't want to spend their weekend doing something. They work week is work, weekends are mine. And so we naturally kind of weed out the higher level ones, and then you attract the ones that are like the single store single person user. They can come out on the weekends, they can't come out on the weekdays, so the days really dictate the kind of people that you pull. And so that is
Okay.
something I have realized after having 8 summits. Um,
Yeah.
so
So let's talk about the Jews for a moment. Sabbath starts Friday evening. So is Thursday, Friday appropriate, or do we need to go Wednesday, Thursday?
I don't know, because like Shalom flew in Friday. I don't know exactly what time. He did text me when he landed. He's like, landed in Dallas. Where do I go? And
No,
I'm
but he
like,
flew in Saturday night
um,
because he showed up Sunday morning.
yeah, but no, he flew in Friday night, but he didn't do anything Saturday because he can't like interact with
Right,
technology or whatever.
right.
So he like sat in his room or whatever. Um,
Yeah, so it's sundown Friday to sundown Saturday.
um, well, if we end, I don't know. Um,
I just don't know because we have to consider their travel. And so if
yeah,
they
I know.
can't travel Saturday,
I don't know. I can ask some of our Jewish people.
or do you do Sunday, Monday? Does that twinge your line
Yeah.
of weeding out the wrong people, or Monday, Tuesday? Or we can do Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so let's look at real dates. We could do the 28, 29, which is
Here, let
Wednesday,
me let me bring
Thursday.
my calendar up. Just give me just a minute here. All right, October. Okay, go for it now.
28, 29,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, 30, 31. No, no, no. 29, 30. Sorry, 29, 30.
Mm.
Or first, second, or second, third. Now, I would tend to believe hotel rates would be less Monday, Tuesday, or the Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the Wednesday, Thursday,
Okay.
because the first of the month is very busy for pharmacies.
Uh,
Um,
rest of the month.
so we can kind of avoid that excuse.
Okay. So you want to do 28, 29?
Yeah, I think that would be the most ideal.
I'm down.
Are those good dates for you?
Yeah, I'm
I know like that
flexible.
whole week, but like just with all the different things you're doing. Because I thought you were in your Impossible Means Go through the 28th or something like that.
So everything is flexible because nothing's been nailed down yet. The only thing nailed down is I'm coming in for Flight Club and I'm leaving after Founders Board. Those are the only things that are nailed,
Okay, okay.
right? And I've got like 3 weeks in between. And yesterday I had lunch with Michael, and you know who Michael Burnoff is?
I recognize that name, but
He's a Tony Robbins-esque guy.
okay.
And Michael's like, hey, I'm working with Michael to host events, and I think we might want you to come in, but we haven't nailed any dates. And so now we're talking about dates in October. So nothing is set in
Okay.
stone. And he's like, dude, come do our event for one day and then let them come to your event after it. And so nothing is set in stone.
Okay.
So if you're first to the party and you put something on the books, then you're first to the party.
I get first dibs.
You get first dibs. And I haven't done my research on this yet, but I'm actually thinking I might, especially if I do something with them here in Phoenix, I might do my next Impossible Means Go here in Phoenix instead of Vegas.
Mm, okay.
This neighborhood where I am is like perfect.
Okay. Well, I think the 28th and 29th is the best option.
Those are the dates.
Okay. It's going to my calendar. Means it's real.
Okay, so yeah. So next up is pulling together a project plan and figuring out when the open reg date starts and start the marketing and the pre-sales for it, and let's just roll with this. I mean, in there we'll talk about the pricing and so on and so forth. Make sure that we're still good with where that is. I think we are, but just have that
Yeah,
comment.
I think we landed. I mean, I think it was, I mean, yes, it was expensive, but I don't think people thought it was like too expensive. There's value in there for the unlimited members, they see a savings. So I think it was good.
Well, and the testimonials prove the value.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think those 7, 8, 9 testimonials that we have, we just blast the hell out of them because they
Hmm.
prove the freaking value.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Okay. All right.
righty.
Your time's
Enjoy
up.
the Music City.
Yeah, I will. Setting up the booth today. So
Have
yesterday
fun.
I got four new holes. I got two new holes in this year. I got one here and one in my there, and then I got two more ones up here yesterday. So that's one of the things I did yesterday when I had nothing to
You're catching up to my daughter.
do.
Um, I told her for Christmas I'm going to buy her a new ear because she's out of space. But there's
I
nowhere else
have
to
something
go.
to do. I was walking to lunch and I had been wanting to go get some more, and I just haven't time, fucking busy every weekend, whatever. And I was walking by and happened to look to the right and I saw this place called Studs, and I was like, oh, I bet you that's piercing. So I fucking like,
Go for you.
so alrighty. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll
Ooh.
see you in Vegas.
Yes, I will be exhausted by then. Yep.
Yep, yep. Take your adrenals.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.